Yeah, good. Thanks, pal.
I'm curious. When you decide to turn professional as a boxer, and you have your uncle Matthew as your trainer, um, what was the decision to kind of have your uncle train you versus your father? Was it based on past relationships with fathers and sons, and maybe it was just better to keep those two worlds separate, or how did you come to that decision?
No, it's not. It weren't like that. It was. I'd always trained with them both, and it went really well when I was in the gym with the pair of them. I'd train a few days with my dad, which was always great, and I'd train with Matthew, and it was great as well. It was nothing like any like relationship thing. It's just I'd always done a little bit more with Matthew, which made it a bit more natural to go down that road, and it'd have been like a bit less of an adjustment. And we just the way like Matthew trains, we really gel with it. So I think it was just a bit the natural thing to do, really. But no matter who I had in my corner, I wouldn't have been in bad hands, and I still have my dad there to work with and get the advice from. So I've got the best of both worlds, really.
You've been and your family's been surrounded by boxing, obviously. I've read a lot about how your father did a lot to kind of shield you from some of the lows in his life post boxing. But hearing about those experiences, what have been some of the most important lessons that you've taken away from your father's story?
Yeah, a big bit of advice my dad's always given me is do as I say, not as I do. Obviously, for all the strengths he had in the ring, he did have his weaknesses, which he'll admit himself, and like that's another area where I'm so lucky because I've got the not just the advice with in the ring, but I've got advice that he can give me out the ring as well. So it's really I couldn't ask for much better, to be honest.
No doubt. Campbell, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck on your debut.
No problem. Pleasure, mate.